Welcome to the Urban Cowgirl Show.
A short session with Sadie today. We're going to have Katie on Sadie, who's been here for several years and has watched Sadie grow up. Sadie is not as responsive and submissive yet as we'd like her to be, and that's why we're trying to get her to lay down at our request. We've done about 3 videos with all kinds of techniques, and every time Sadie hops around or actually went down on her knees, both knees once, but we couldn't get her to lay down. We just feel that that would be a good exercise to accomplish with Sadie, to get her mind to realize that she needs to be submissive to us when we're asking for submission. And before we turn on the camera, Katie did a little bit of work. Can you describe where you think she's at?
She is very stiff in her neck. The reason I got this crop out was because she doesn't give transitions in the canter easily. She's lazy and she's just not really willing. And she, in the canter and trot, she won't collect up easily and she gets very stiff. And she does hardly responding to body weight. Most of it's rein control with her.
Okay, and this is Western Dressage. And remember, I'm defining that here at Shadrack Farms as we're trying to get cues, imperceptible cues that work with our horses, and on exercises that will ultimately be helpful to us in ranch horse versatility. And stiffness in the neck and failure to transition into a canter and unresponsiveness to body weight is not good. We're at level 0 with Sadie on those things. We're going to be working through this thread of Western Dressage here at Shadrack Farms as best we can with all 3 of my Morgan horses. And if I'm not riding, it's only because I'm still recuperating from my left hip arthritis problem and possible repair. Tomorrow is my surgery.
Sarah is beginning a Western Dressage exercise plan on Sadie. Restraintless forward motion, following moving objects to sharpen stops, turns and lateral work, using fences and self-carriage to encourage light contact communication.
Today, Sonia Sokolow, I'm going to be helping Sarah ride Sadie in this arena according to some principles described by Eitan Bethalkami, the Cowboy Dressage founder, called Training Your Horse for Cowboy Dressage, Article 1, an article I got off the internet. It's all review for me. It's a little bit new for Sarah because she's been pretty much an English rider all her life. Some of it's review for Sadie, my Morgan mare. We're going back down to fundamentals to get some softness and lightness using Western Dressage techniques with Sadie and my other 2 Morgans. We want to ride with our body weight, with our legs, and not with our hands. Today we happen to have a bosel on Sadie's mouth. It's a pencil bosel, nothing in her mouth. Can you zoom in on that? So some people may not know what a bosel is. A bosel is okay for stop and start and some flexion. Next time we'll probably use a side pull because that is what is recommended in this article. Today we're using a bosel. Now what I'm going to ask Sarah to do is come up to this post right here, which is 8 foot away from my south fence. Can you show the south fence? Which is a straight path. About 90-foot straight path. And along the south fence on the south side, we have a mechanical moving object. In the past, we've called it a cutting machine. Today, it's being used just as a moving object because moving objects grab the focus of the horse, help the horse to understand what you're asking for, and then you ultimately will couple them with imperceptible cues to the human eye, but clearly perceptible cues to the horse. That's what we're aiming for. That's Western Dressage, lightness, imperceptible cues, and yet responsiveness. Now I'm going to ask Sarah today, and we have Scott at my exercycle machine which controls the moving object. I'm going to ask Sarah, and we're doing this as we go according to the principles in this cowboy dressage article. I'm going to ask her to back up. I gave her kind of some instruction how to back up without using the reins. She'll use the reins only if she has to. Sit on your pockets, kind of bend, legs forward, not getting the answer. Okay, you're going to have to flex her. Only with one rein, flex. Come back over, but not quite as close to this east fence. Stop close to this post. That's good enough. Good. All right, now, when you ask her to back up, you look over her ears, not at her neck. See if you can cluck her into a back. Back, 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 straight back, 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 back. Good. Now, good, she's licking her lips. She understands some of these cues. Now, Scott, as Sarah moves towards the west, you're going to move our little doll, which is hanging on our moving object mechanical cutting machine, and we're going to get Sadie to lock onto the moving object and understand from Sarah's cues that we want a straight path at the same speed that the moving object is moving, which won't be very fast at first. As you go parallel to the moving object, Scott will move very slowly. Very slowly. When you get to the west fence, Scott, you're going to stop your moving object. Sarah's going to sit on her pockets and ask for a whoa. Good.
Girl.
Good. Soon we'll be asking for a whoa farther away from the fence. Right now the fence is helping us to explain the stop cue, which is part of what this training article is all about. Use what you can to help you explain to your horse what you want. Beautiful. Stop. Always give them a chance and you a chance to collect yourself. She's looking around. Okay, now you're going to step back a couple steps. When you're turning around, Scott's going to come this way. Keep going. You're going to try to go all the way over her haunches. We're trying to teach her straight paths and over the haunches. Too close. Come on around or side pass her over. We're showing you today the rough stuff. You know, how are we going to work with these rough?
She does not want to go back in a straight line right now.
Okay, all right, we're going to work with
cow.
that. She knows how to go back in a straight line, but it's been a while. Just a step back, not so close to the fence as you approach. Go back around. Go back around, Sarah, and go in line with the first post north of the south fence. A step back and see if you can turn her over her haunches as you step back.
Back, back, back.
There you go. Perfect. Don't go towards the fence. We like to stop in a good note. Did you feel that?
Yes.
Yes. Do you see the objective? Whoa. Good. She had the moving object to make her, help her to understand what you wanted. Straightness. Nice, clear stops. Nice, clear starts. Not speed. We don't need that now. We will eventually move into trotting and cantering in both directions. But most certainly, we need to get over the haunches. And you know what 180 degrees is?
Yes.
Yeah, not just 90. Not 270. You're going to go 180 and then follow the moving object. At first slow, then we'll pick up speed.
Okay.
And she's going to be pivoting over her back legs. And maybe next time it won't be quite so windy. We'll have more attention. You see how she's looking at everything here. There's leaves and trees and noises and sprinklers. She's actually doing quite well, and so are you, considering you've never done it before. But okay, that's our first lesson at teaching Sadie Western Dressage with the objective of getting soft, light responses, correct responses from this ranch versatile Morgan horse with the help of our mechanical moving objects. And we'll use several different ones that we have on the property. She'll understand that something is moving, I gotta follow it. and ultimately it will be a cow that's moving, albeit a mini cow here at, at Shadrack Farms. We have a lot of fun here. That's all for today. In today's session, Sarah is riding Eve, Sadie's dam, her mother. Now Eve has her good points and bad points. We're going to see how Eve compares with Sarah riding her in doing a straight path about 8 foot away from our 90-foot south fence, first without a moving object to follow, then with a moving object to follow. Now, I was just explaining to Sarah before we turned on the camera how to slide her hand down to the rein, bump Eve into vertical flexion, then with her sitting on pockets, with Sarah sitting on pockets and using her legs and looking over Eve's ears to get her to back. Now, Eve consistently, however, didn't back straight. She backed towards the south fence. So I'm explaining to Sarah she has to anticipate that, or when it happens, put that right leg behind the cinch and indicate to Eve with pressure that she needs to move that hip over or those ribs over. And next time we ride Sarah, we'll have a pair of spurs on. Spurs are really good tools. They are not necessarily cruel tools. They can be used cruelly, but we don't do that here. We use them to help explain in the process of training for any particular movement that we're applying pressure in a certain place. Okay, let's try it. We're going to first go back, slide your hand down, look over, get that vertical flexion. That's it.
Back.
Keep that vertical flexion with a bump. That's it. Better straight. She's still trying to get to that south fence. Very good. Look at all those steps back.
Good girl.
And almost a straight path. You know, you can even go straight in a circle. And Chris Cox just had a show about that. Chris Cox had a show about Western Dressage, but he didn't call it Western Dressage. He called it other things. It's all about good riding practices, and that's what we do here. We have goals to learn fundamentals that ultimately will give us the tools we need to do something ranch versatile. Okay, now I'd like you to come back up to this post, Sarah, looking ahead, looking beyond the post. Okay, whoa, good. All right, now I'm not going to ask you to back a bunch. I'm going to ask you to back a step or two and see if you can get an over the haunches move, 180 degrees.
Okay.
If you don't go forward towards the west fence. We need to make Eve understand it's 180 degrees before she gets to go forward. Be as light as you can with your cues, with your side pull and your legs, but use them together, time together. Slide your hand down. I would slide my hand down. That's it. Okay.
Back.
Couple steps back, and then look. Uh-oh. Come on back. She's not straight enough to even try a 180. Come back to the post.
Move.
Over here, this post. You need to be at least 8 foot away to do this exercise correctly. Because when it comes to doing cow work, you don't want to be too close to the cow. You'll almost always lose them if you're too close. Okay. Again, slide your hand down. Get used to doing that. Get her in vertical.
Back.
See how good she does it? Get that right leg back behind you. Try to go over. Look to your right as you're trying to go over your haunches. Try to get from there. Try it again. Look. She's going over her front end, not going over her hind end. That's okay. We're showing what we yet have to learn. Okay, now start walking. First, turn a little bit more to your right. I mean, a lot bit more. Go parallel. Okay, walk straight towards that post that's just opposite this one. Look beyond that post. We're not having the moving object yet, Scott. You're going to the wrong post, but that's okay. At least it's not too close.
Ooh.
That's 16 foot away. Okay, now back, back.
She just did it.
She just did it. She knew that. Okay, she's just getting in tune for this moving object. Look where you're going. Good. I like where you're looking, not at her head. All right, this time I'll bet you're going to have a better chance of going over the haunches
Back.
if Scott very slowly moves that moving object. Perfect. You've got that haunches move because the moving object helped you get it. Good.
Ooh.
Oh, she says, I know what this game is all about, but she's going beyond.
Ooh.
She's going not in at the same speed as the moving object. So we need to slow her down. Okay, let's not get her excited. Tell me what you're feeling.
She's getting a little nervous.
Okay. By the way, we don't have mics on. Do you have the camera just on camera mic?
Your mic's on.
Oh, and do you have a mic on?
Yeah.
Oh,
should
okay.
be on.
We're okay.
Yeah.
We're okay. Okay. So from there, you're a little bit close, but you should be able to, with the moving object, Scott, you go with her speed because
Okay.
she's not ready to go with your speed.
Okay.
Okay. Look over. Wait. Do you see how she's throwing her head up?
Ooh.
Get that position, head position first. Good. No? No?
She's confusing it with backing up right now.
Okay, come back up to this post.
Ooh.
Eve tries very hard to understand and do the right thing. That's it. Okay, now as you go around, yes, move the moving object. Very nice. And Scott, you go with Eve. And Sarah, you stop with one word, ho, and sit on your pockets. Oh, she says, I'm supposed to come back here. Okay, let's, woo, good. Did she do that by herself?
Yes.
She did. But I'm not gonna chide her for it. She's done this exercise many a time. She knows I'm supposed to go forward and back. As a matter of fact, Eve will pick up a nice canter. Too fast of a canter, actually. We're trying to slow her down. Okay, tell me what you feel you can do to better control what Eve is going to do next rather than her doing what she knows from past experience she should do next.
I think maybe work with her without the moving object a little bit and make sure we can do that really clearly and
Okay.
easily, and then add it in, but go slowly.
Okay, the only thing is you weren't able to get over the haunches. So,
Right.
Scott, don't move the moving object. Let's see if you can do it now. Maybe she'll do it. Oh, wait, first get her vertical flexion. Look beyond her head. Watch that. Good. Yes!
Good girl.
Yes! Now go to that first post, not the second. Aim for the first post. That's it. Straight away. Get a good sit on your pocket stop. And she says, okay, I know once I get there. Now, you didn't want her to go, did you?
No.
Okay, so this time when you get back there, and I don't think she'll do it when she's here. Yeah, she says, here is wait, and there is move. You're going to do what you have to do to stop her. And you know, we have downloaded onto Sarah's iPhone the JetBlue Western Dressage 101 exercises. And after our lesson today, we're going to thumb through it. It's an interactive kind of app. And find the ones about stop and straightness. And then go to those exercises before we come back to this particular challenging ranch versatile exercise. Okay, let's see if you can go back and forth, but this time when she, you gotta get that hip over. Come on back.
Ooh.
Come on back. And always assume that the moving object is the cow and a horse should never turn away from the cow. Okay, look ahead, not at her ears. Just a couple steps. First, head down, slide your hand down. That's it. She knows you're sliding your hand a little more. She's just trying to give you vertical flexion because she thinks that's the right answer. Straighten her out. That's it.
Back.
Good. Keep going if you can't get that 180. Keep going. Yeah, you're getting too close. See if you can straighten her out. That's it. Keep going. Whoops.
We're over the pole.
Yeah, next time we'll move that rail. Yeah, you better. Keep going to the other side. See if she offers not to stop. If she offers not to stop, you need to tell her to stop. No, yeah, right. That right rein. Yes. No, the right rein. Slide your hand down the right rein. That's it. And let her stand there for 15 seconds. She just thinks that's the right answer. To get down there, turn over her haunches and come back. Very nice. Now, Scott is going to, we're going to do it without the moving
Back.
object, so that's okay. Straighten her, no, take her back. You didn't want her to do that, did you?
No, I did.
You did, okay. Come on back here.
Ooh.
Look ahead, look ahead.
Ooh.
Sit on your pockets. Good, wait, wait, wait. She's listening, she wants to do, yes. Get that vertical flexion. Nope, not lateral. You gotta pull with your right rein to get her back straight. Good.
No.
Get that right leg back there, and if you had a spur-on boy, would she do that differently? Good, good. Keep going back if you have to. Whenever you feel ready, try to look over your shoulder. Keep your body straight. Good, and go to the post. Don't let her come back until you're ready. No, that's right. You just have to explain it to her. Whenever you're ready, let her do her thing. I think it'll be automatic. Good. Yeah, change the pattern. She's got to listen to you.
Back.
No, yeah, get that vertical flexion first.
Back.
Get that hip over. Yes, just try to straighten out before you ask her for over the haunches. Nice. Nice. Stop here. Look beyond it. Stop her. Pet her. And it's not a pat. Pirelli says always rub. They love to be rubbed.
Yeah.
And there you go. We think we've had a good exercise today in, quote, Western Dressage, but really what we're just trying to do is get light and soft stops, straightness, and power from the haunches as we go straight and as we go over the haunches. So you saw what we were able to do today with Firecrest Easter Eve, and we'll keep showing you exercises that'll help us get her better at it, Sadie better at it, and wait till you see what Semi can do, because she's my best cow horse. Katie on Semi, my best cow horse. And you know what? We're going to do some good old-fashioned natural horsemanship rollbacks today, because in fact, it's my perception that that is exercise 32, I think, or 33 on the Western Dressage list of exercises. 180 degrees over the haunches. And there are ways to teach a rollback that's maybe not quite as quickly done or as dramatically done as a cowboy would do along a fence. Okay, so here goes Katie. Watch how she gets Semi to back up and around. And then move at various speeds. Semi will even canter. It looks like Katie is just going to do a walk. Now Sarah's watching. And around, yes. And a trot. Semi knows the drill. We don't even have somebody at the moving object, which would help. There you go. Picked up a few strides of canter. Ah, and we got a little speed. Semi knows what she's expected to do here, especially when Katie's aboard. Try to get that vertical flexion before you turn her. Try. Yeah, keep her in, keep her in. She still wants to pull that head out. I think we'd be doing better if we kept the vertical flexion. And we'll work on that. Try to bump her into vertical flexion. Back up a few steps and don't do a rollback. Just keep her vertically flexed. That's it. That's it. And then around, she still tried to pull her head out. Do you have any ideas, timing-wise, cue-wise, how you can keep that vertical flexion when you go around, Katie?
I think it's mainly just attention, and it's easier for her to spin fast when she throws her head up.
And you know what? She has her side pull on, which she hasn't had on in a while. I don't know if we'd do better with a snaffle today or not, but you know what I'd like you to do? I'd like you to switch horses for the last few minutes of this video with Sarah. Well, here is Katie on Sadie. Now, Sadie has a snaffle, an O-ring snaffle. Let's calm down. You see how upset she is because she's surprised that somebody is on her back that's asking her for something that she'd rather not do. This is work for her. But she's obviously capable of backing, and over the haunches and a straight path to this east fence. But look at her stress. And this is what exercise number, it's either 32 or 33 on Western Dressage 101 exercises we downloaded from iTunes onto Sarah's iPhone is going to help us do with Sadie. It's going to be a focused exercise over the haunches, over the forequarters, 180 degrees, with letters on our posts so we can focus on the letters and where we're going. It's really amazing what a rollback can do once a horse learns it, but you can see how, oh, she's calming down now, but yeah, you can see she can do it. Not quite 180 there. 180 is absolutely essential if you're going to be doing cow work. Now you got it. So you don't, Sarah, you don't go forward in any path until you've got 180. Good, good. And if we had what we call our mechanical cow cutting machine working along the south fence today, it would help Sadie. It helped Eve in our last session. Nice. You change the pattern. You keep their attention. You keep asking. Katie is using a lot of her centered balance, sitting on her pockets. She's using, are you using your spurs?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to kind of get their attention with the spurs. It's not that you're jabbing them. Oh, whoa, that was. She's saying, no, I'm not going to do it. Now we got to be careful. We don't want to overstress them and get them to buck or rear. So do you see that Katie used a back exercise? Good. Let's slow down. Try to stop on a good note. Nice. Nice over the haunches. Nice, calm jog. Not a lot of stress in her body. Very nice. Not quite 180, almost 180. Nice. You know, Sadie's my youngest Morgan. She needs to have somebody on her that says, no, you're going to do it this way. You're not going to do it that way. Then somebody who's learning like Sarah can get up on her and do it too. Or we'll see if that exercise that we downloaded from iTunes can help. Slowly, right. Straight is necessary. Haunches stopped is necessary. And over the haunches is necessary. And there are occasions where you want to go over the forequarters. So we're going to be working on that too. Nice. Nice. All right. We'll show you our progress in future episodes concerning Western Dressage.
See more at www.urbancowgirlchannel.com.